moment fans watching around the world have been waiting for.
Listen.
The 5-time champion winning, that's the squad. Mention Dallas once and they know who we are. The infamous star has shine brighter than any. Then turn your YouTube on and just start listening to Henny. You know what he spit is legit facts and stacks. Breaking down the cash that's buried all in the contracts. Who got hurt? Who got benched? What's the score? Ask the man behind the hat in the shades, your landlord. Giving us a real, he ain't scared to name names. Delivering the NFL news with southern slang. Move out the way, don't want no birds, no cheesesteaks. Or them tiny little men from New York, get up your weight. And Washington, hey yo, what's your name again? You had the biggest year of your life, still couldn't win. And then again, they don't got time to mess with you. West Coast is in the booth and he getting the interviews. With Jerry Jones, you know we make sure we in the news. And the people saying give us some more, they can't refuse. They call up Lou, get all his takes, he coming through. Now we drunk and nefarious and they taking y'all to school. Cowboys College, fill you up with all the knowledge. They link up with Boss or with Vach, you gotta watch it. And it's you got it, dropping the intro, get to know me. We staying on their neck until we holding up the trophy. Again, yeah.
You don't know half the stuff that was happening.
You already know what it is.
Playing for the Cowboys is different.
Yo, big up HTM Sports. Landlord from Alabama and West Coast Cowboy.
No matter what they say.
Giving you the best of Cowboys convos, Cowboys news, and everything that's going on in and around the NFL.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about this Cowboys?
You better tap in,
And we are live. Yeah, man, and we is live. What's Gucci with y'all, man? This is Cowboys Uncut, the most unadulterated, unfiltered, uncensored Cowboys content in North America. There might be some shit in Germany a little bit more X-rated, but you know, we up there at this point. You know, so salute to everybody out there, man. Salute to my brother West Coast in the building with me. Salute to everybody out there supporting the content, man. We live on multiple platforms right now. Wes, what you got going, cuzzy?
Hey man, I'm good, man. I'm having a great day. I just got off a live, so I'm all juiced up right now, man. And man, I'm gonna tell you this right now. It was that You Got Us that was spitting that right there, that verse. Mm-hmm. She gotta do. If she on here right now, I'm telling you this right now. This is coming from Landry. You know what I'm saying? This is coming from Landry. You need to drop the weekly diss tracks of whoever the Dallas Cowboys is playing. I promise you, girl, she gonna go viral, dog. Because bar for bar, she got the best lyrics when it come to like, yeah, I mean, bro, like I think that what she did is harder to do than like some random dude just getting on there and rapping about whatever he want to rap about. You know what I'm saying? Like having to put people's names in there and put situations in there and having it actually sound like a song. That girl's talented, man. So salute to her, bro.
Yes, indeed. Salute to the intro goddess. You know, salute to everybody out there watching right now. JV B-boy, you ain't lying though. Like that intro went crazy though. I can't even skip past that. That motherfucking intro was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it might be the hardest intro in the game right now, man. So
it is for sure. It's the hardest intro in the game. That's one of the hardest. Yes, yeah, man. It's one of the hardest out for sure. Ain't nobody messing with that for sure.
Yes, indeed, man. But salute to everybody out there right now, man. JV B-boy in the building, Jaquan Collins, Ralph Castro, my boy Drell C with the he got like 7 championship trophies. He's trying to manifest in the liquor store, man. So salute to my guy. Lee Harrison in the building, Lucky Johnson, long time no see. King G in the building, man. Was Gucci, Cowboy Vet, Darren Southern in the building, my brother Justin Kitchen. Salute to everybody out there showing love. T Smooth, Magic, Kayla in the building. Man, we really got a lot to talk about though, man. But before we say anything, y'all know the usual rules of engagement when you tap in with your independent content creators, man. First and foremost, hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm. Hit the share button. That's an open invitation for everybody else to come in and consume the content with you. And hit them cash apps and super chats. See, apparently West Coast has got so sedity, he don't need donations on the Cash App no more. He ain't got his in his name. But you can send all the money to me if that's the case.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. I ain't got Sadiddy. It's just you. Cash App ain't playing with me right now. So I gotta get my life. I gotta get back. You know what I'm saying? I got a crazy email letter from them last year, and since then I ain't been able to rock with Cash App. But I do got Zelle that I will be putting up. So if you got Zelle, I can put my Zelle up for sure.
Yes, indeed. And listen, we're doing raffles right now, man. We're doing a jersey raffle. Yeah, so man, if you send $5 holla, you will get a raffle entry. If you send $20, you will get 5 raffle entries. And we're gonna run it all the way to the end of the draft. You might get lucky, and that young prospect you've been in love with for the past 2 years might be a Dallas Cowboy. If you've been rocking with David Bailey this entire time, you might be able to get you a David Bailey jersey. You've been rocking with Ruben Bain, you might be able to get you a Ruben Bain jersey. If the Dallas Cowboys shock the world and get a running back, you might be able to get a Jeremiah Love jersey, man. So hit the cash outs, hit the super chats. Every $5 get you a raffle entry, man. We're gonna run it all the way until after the draft, man. So y'all tap in and support your content creators, man.
Hey, and that's I put my Zelle. I put my Zelle up there too, so that's my Zelle right there.
Bet it up. All you gotta do for your Zelle is put your email.
Yeah, you can either do it by your email or your telephone number. I was doing my telephone number, but then I have 50,000 people calling me or texting me while I'm live. I don't mind people. I don't mind people who got my phone number. I have no problem with you calling. I just be having a problem when I'm in the middle of a live and I see a number I don't know and I answer and they be like, "Hey, West Coast, what's up? What's up with such a on the show?"
Like you see me live right now. Why you calling me?
You know what I'm saying? So for sure.
But yeah, man. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the content, though, man. We got over 70 people in the building. We ain't gonna keep them waiting too long. We're just gonna talk about what we're talking about, man. So,
hey, real quick, let me go through this real quick. Hey, if I say your name, I need you to hit that share button. And listen to me, we ain't doing shares. I need y'all to do share button and subscribe. I need you to subscribe to the content. Subscribe to the content. I have your chime. You know how we do it. Hit me up. I got something for you. Hey, Darren, hey, appreciate you for that too, because I need all the love. I need all the chime I can get too. So I put my chime up in there too. My chime is real easy. It's just West Coast 1482. West Coast 1482. So chime work like a mug. Yeah, I'm in Cash App hell because I ain't in purgatory. I'm all the way in. They ain't messing with me. So hey Darren, hit that chime. Appreciate you. Daryl C, appreciate you. Maggie, appreciate you. Vaughn on Facebook, just give me a share. Jeff Graham, give me a share, please. On Facebook, hit that Zelle. Israel Madrim, what's up, Israel? Appreciate you. Magic Carla, what's up with you? Hit that share button, hit that super chat, hit that subscribe button. On YouTube, JV Boy, you do the same too, please. T Smooth TV, please do the same for me. Lucky Johnson, appreciate you watching on YouTube. HTM Sports, hey, Henny Demore got a raffle. Hey, everybody, listen to me. You're gonna watch the show. You're gonna support the show. You might as well win something for the show, right? There you go. There goes your opportunity. There goes your opportunity.
What's up with your aunt?
Cowboy Vet, what's up with your Cowboy Vet? Appreciate you. I'm a Cowboy Vet myself too. Air Force on mine. You know what it is, man. Anthony Sherrod, what's up with you? 37. Appreciate you. How many people we got up in here right now?
76 across all platforms.
76. Hey, I need 30 more people up in here, man. We need we a totally different beast when we got about 100 people up in here. So I need 30 more people. I need y'all to go share the content. If you on YouTube, share it to Twitter or X, whatever y'all calling it nowadays. Share the show with unless you really want to. Yeah, for real. And if you really want to piss somebody off, share us in your Eagles group because they love watching our show. You know what I'm saying? Just hit that like button, hit that share button, support the goddamn content. Let's go.
Yes, indeed, man. So, Wes, I know you spoke on it earlier, but it's news, so we still got to discuss it, man, because they talking about doing something smart. It's not the usual thing when the Dallas Cowboys are accused of being smart football people. But apparently there is rumors that the Dallas Cowboys are internally discussing trying to make a move for a linebacker. Names that they are talking about right now, because they were linked to Patrick Queen, and they must have looked at the tape, said he woke up sorry, and said hell no. So names they are linked to now in discussions. And listen, they ain't called the Texans yet. They ain't called the Dolphins yet. This is all internal. But they're saying, Nick Harris is that they're having internal discussions about Azeez Al-Shire and Jordan Brooks. Both are phenomenal linebackers. If you don't know who Azeez Al-Shire is, he's a Pro Bowl caliber linebacker. He just had one of the better seasons of his career last year. He is the brain and the nucleus of the defense for the Houston Texans, who are one of the best defensive units in the National Football League. So, that goes without saying. And Jordan Brooks, Wes, do you know that above a Pro Bowler is an All-Pro? You know that, right? Like above a Pro Bowler is an All-Pro. Yeah, Jordan Brooks was an All-Pro last year. He was one of the best players in the National Football League, regardless of position. Right, Jordan Brooks was like that. So I like the fact that they're even discussing this, because this is a big boy move. If the Dallas Cowboys are able to land either one of these guys, I'm talking so crazy to people. I'm not even worried about nothing else after that. If the Dallas Cowboys are able to get a linebacker, a middle linebacker of this caliber, boy, I'm talking crazy. I don't know damn what we draft no more. Line it up and let's play. Line it up and let's play. We get a middle linebacker that's goddamn good. And I'm not saying that we just don't need nothing else, but man, the fact that I can trust a grown ass man to run my defense, like shit, that make me sleep better at night. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I mean, this my thing on it. Like, I love the fact that we're actually being connected with good players. You know what I'm saying? Because we love trading for dudes that you got to find out who they are when they get to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? You be like, who? You know what I mean? And then we be the butt of the whole NFL's jokes and memes. You know what I'm saying? Because the last big trades that the Cowboys did, a lot of people didn't agree with them until the players got on the field. Like Amari Cooper. When we first traded for Amari Cooper, people were saying we overpaid. When we traded for George Pickens, people were saying that the Dallas Cowboys didn't necessarily overtrade, but we weren't going to get. You don't give that up for a second for a second receiver or a third receiver. You don't give that up for a guy that ain't got over 800 yards. This is what happens. This is actually be a trade where, as if the Dallas Cowboys are trading for guys that you guys probably don't know them because they don't play for primetime teams, but the NFL knows who they are. And the NFL has shown by accolades and by all-pro nods and things like that they understand who they are and what they can do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just, so I like it. You know what I mean? But, for me, even though they're looking at both these guys, the Dallas Cowboys can't see both these guys as the same, because they're definitely not the same player. They're definitely not the same player. Like Jordan Brooks is he's in a whole nother world. Like he's in a whole nother world. Like my boy Azir is listen, Jordan Brooks should be your number one guy that you should be trying to trade for right now. You should have been trying to trade for him over Queen, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? To begin with, you know what I'm saying? But maybe, I ain't gonna lie. I always tell people teams typically don't divorce, their middle linebacker. It's just positions that teams just don't ever trade. It's like middle linebacker and your center. Like you just don't get rid of them dudes. They'll get rid of quarterbacks before actual quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure the Cardinals still got the same center from last year, but they ain't got the same quarterback. I'm pretty sure did Miami keep their quarterback? Did they center?
Nah, two ass gone. I don't know what they kept their center though.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Teams will get rid of a quarterback before they get rid of a center and they middle linebacker, simply because they're just hard positions to replace, man. So, the only reason I think that Brooks is even available because of the circumstance of what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Because they're tearing the whole thing down. Like they'll be the Miami Sharks next year before they be the Miami Dolphins, because you ain't gonna recognize nobody on that team next year. You know what I'm saying? But in my pecking order, Jordan Brooks should definitely be the number one guy, because anytime you can get an all-pro, and I'm not talking about a guy that was an all-pro, a guy that is mean currently he is an all-pro. Like, but you know, all pro is such a big old thing. Do you know that once you become an all pro one time, they basically refer to you that as your career almost? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost, you are an all pro. You know what I'm saying? That's how big it is. So, you know, for the Cowboys to be open to trade, for him, I love it. You know what I'm saying? This dude had 180 tackles last year, man. That is ridiculous, bruh. That is ridiculous. 99 solo tackles. Freaking 89 assisted tackles. Like, bro, 99. Like, I love Azir too, but Azir had 100. He had 104 total tackles. Freaking Jordan Brooks had 99 solo tackles by himself. Bro, there's only 17 games in the season. That's like freaking, that dude was, bro, like, he's so good, it makes you wonder, what the hell was his defensive line doing? Like, did they come to work some days? You know what I mean? Like, it's like that movie Friday when the dude came in with the busted up face. He said, well, damn, did you even hit him?
Man. But yeah, I agree with you. And I'm gonna go even further. Jordan Brooks, Al Shazier, then, the motherfuckers in the draft at the very bottom, like 50 rows beneath them two, any motherfucker out the draft. And I'm not even shitting on the linebacker class, because I like the linebacker class. But dog, there are sometimes you can't send a boy to do a man's job, man. You can't send a boy to do a man's job. And these is grown ass man. This nigga got an entire beard right here. I know he got a wife and kids somewhere. I know he got a wife and kids somewhere. I know he got something he playing for. Like, I need somebody with experience that's seen NFL offenses. I need something I can count on, man. And I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record every time I get on these shows and I talk about how important it is to have maturity and experience in the middle linebacker position. But it's important to have that shit. So let me ask y'all. Oh, salute to Suave too for the 5-piece. Let me read my brother's super chat first before I continue. He said Brooke was almost the best in fewest tackles. Yeah, also the best in fewest missed tackles. Yeah, he tackles well. He don't miss tackles. That's why he got so goddamn many. Like when he comes, he putting you down on the ground, man. He putting you down on the ground. So yeah, salute to Suave, man. Suave, they got you a raffle entry too, man. If y'all want to be like Suave and get a raffle entry, you can hit the Cash App, you get the super chat. Every $5 you send is a raffle entry. You send $20, you get 5 of them. But I appreciate y'all good people for the love and support, man. But yeah, man, like, I'm gonna sound like a broken record until they do something about it. But when you look and you sit back and you think about Super Bowl defenses, you're not going to see no goddamn rookie middle linebacker. You're just not going to see no rookie middle linebacker. When you look at the damn Eagles from like 2 years back, their middle linebacker was not a rookie. Their interior linebacker was Zach Bunn, who was an All-Pro that year, and then they also had the dude that we tried to go get. In
Nakobe Dean.
What's my guy? Nakobe Dean. Right. So those were two veteran linebackers. Nakobe Dean was like in year 3, like year 3 or some shit like that. But he was still a veteran, player. Or it could have been year 4. But still, he was not no fresh out the box linebacker at that point. When you look at the damn Seattle Seahawks, they did not deploy a rookie middle linebacker. When you just go down the line, like the Chiefs, they had Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton had been there for a little bit. And before then, they had our guys. They had Kitchens in them. They had Hitchens in them. Right? So they didn't have no rookie middle linebackers out there playing and contributing at a high clip. Go down the list. Ray Lewis was not a child when he won those Super Bowls with them. He was already a seasoned player at that point. If you just go down the list of Super Bowl defenses, you don't see a lot of rookie linebackers. And I'm trying to win this year. I think that might be the disconnect. If you think that we're a couple years off and this is just a building process and shit, cool. Go get you a rookie. I don't give a fuck at that point. But if you actually trying to win right now, if you're trying to win in 2026, you need a veteran linebacker, dog. Like real. Yeah,
shit. You don't drop a rookie. If your defense would have finished in the top 20, then yeah, you can draft a a rookie linebacker and possibly play him. But when your defense is in the 32nd, 31st worst, bro, there's no way you can drop a rookie middle linebacker on that defense, because part of the reason why you were 32nd last year is because you had guys that had no clue what the hell they were doing. Getting a rookie middle linebacker is basically going to do the same thing. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. Anybody right now that you're looking at a middle linebacker, you're most likely in the draft class, you're looking at him because of his athleticism, because it's very hard to judge someone's brain at the NFL combine. So you're not even judging off of what you need him to actually do. Like, listen, we've had a bunch of athletic linebackers, and guess what? They were really athletic and could run side to side, and guess what? They didn't work. Because we don't need athleticism. Now, why you guys think whenever we think about linebackers for the Dallas Cowboys, what's the name that we always think about? Sean Lee. Sean Lee was not known for his athleticism. That's not what he was known for. And he didn't even start his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? So what you're thinking about when we got to make sure that when we're looking at these draft kids, you're looking at a Sonny Styles and you're saying, I love him. He can run. He can do all these other things. But that's not what your middle linebacker is going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Your little linebacker is not going to be, he's not going to be getting all these blitzes and getting all these things. That's not the job of a middle linebacker. The job of a middle linebacker is very, very boring. You know what I'm saying? So it can't really be judged based off of what you can see at the combine. A middle linebacker's greatest tool has to be he's smart and intelligent and knows how to understand and diagnose plays. And that's like an offensive lineman, man. You have to actually play in the NFL to get that experience. You can't get that experience coming into college. Like, I don't think, to be honest with you, man, like, I don't think there's ever really been, obviously every year we say there is, because that's what mock drafts are for. That's what drafts are for. You know what I'm saying? But the NFL has shown us that there is no middle linebacker coming into college and starting and being looked at as like a Fred Warner, or looked at as a guy. Listen, the guy that you're drafting, you're hoping he can be Jordan Brooks. You're hoping he can be Jordan Brooks. So why not just get Jordan Brooks? What more? If you got a middle linebacker and he did what Jordan Brooks did in the draft, you're like, oh my God, we hit. So why not just get the guy who's already doing it instead of hoping that a guy can come in and learn and do all this other stuff? You can't do it, man. And then, like, I call it OJC. You need an on-the-job coach. If you're going to go get a rookie middle linebacker or rookie linebacker, first off, middle linebacker is an earned position. That is not a position that you get just because you're a hot stud dude. No, you earn that position. That's an earned position. You should only be in that position because of what you did last year, what you did with some other team, some other year. In the NFL, in the same league, playing against the same type of quarterbacks. Because listen, these quarterbacks, even the quarterbacks that Ohio State played against, how many of the quarterbacks they played against is going to be in the NFL this year? Not very many. Why? Because you're going to be playing against veteran quarterbacks. So you need a guy who already knows what the Joe Burrows are going to do, what the Matthew Staffords are going to do, what the quarterbacks from these quarterbacks that we're going to play this year. Like, we not playing. If you look on our schedule, I don't think we're playing any rookie quarterbacks this year. I don't think anybody's I think Arizona might be the only team that might go get a rookie quarterback. And we lost to them last year.
I think they said the same dude that we already lost to gonna play for him. So I think we might play Jacoby Brissett again.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and they don't even count because we lost to them last year.
Yep. Matter of fact, let's look at this linebacking room. And when we do this, I want y'all to only look at the people labeled ILB and RILB. And that, because we're in a 3-4. So we got a left interior linebacker and a right interior linebacker. Yeah, if you look at WLB, that's going to be your outside linebacker. That's a pass rusher. That's why you got Rashawn Gary there. And that's why you got Donovan Izaraku there. Like, if you see SLB or WLB, they rushing the passer. So your interior linebackers, the people that actually play middle linebacker on this team, Shamar James, who was a late round rookie last year out of Florida, still got a long way to go. Maurice Leofow. Matter of fact, this is incorrect. Maurice is Yeah, he got moved to edge. So we're not going to count his ass. So we got 3. We got DeMarvin Overshawn, Justin Bear, and Shamar James. We got 3 possibles at interior linebacker. And not now one of these people you feel comfortable with. And we just being 1,000%. No disrespect. But I might have an aneurysm if these motherfuckers started this year. Like real shit.
I mean, if you look at from the SLB to the RILB to the LILB to the WLB, none of them dudes can be a middle linebacker, bruh. Not one of them could. I wouldn't trust none of them dudes to be a middle linebacker. James Houston, I'm sorry, would probably be the only one that I would, and I don't even trust him. I wouldn't want him as my middle linebacker, but I would pick him over them other dudes.
Man,
so yeah, the Dallas Cowboys for sure have set themselves in a position where they have to do something at the middle linebacker. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the fact that we're actually being rumored to be trading for these types of dudes lets you know what they already feel about the draft. Like if they felt this confidently about the draft, you wouldn't even be thinking about the guys that we're trying to draft. And we're not looking. I love the fact that the Dallas Cowboys aren't trying to get like these middle linebackers that you don't really know about. All these dudes are established. So it sounds like the Cowboys feel the same way about middle linebackers we do. They don't want no rookie middle linebacker because there's not a rookie middle linebacker. If you have a zero on this team, or if you have Jordan Brooks on this team, there is not a linebacker in college. Sonny Styles is not starting over Jordan Brooks. He's not. He's gonna be on the outside rushing somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, I like the Dallas Cowboys are being smart about this.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree, man. Because I can't take the risk, man. Like there's positions where you just don't gamble with. You don't gamble with a young ass left tackle. You don't gamble with a rookie middle linebacker. And if you're really trying to compete right then and right there, you really don't gamble with a rookie quarterback. Most of the motherfuckers don't make the playoffs. Even they throw for a bunch of yards, they throw a bunch of interceptions too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to compete right then that year, I'm not talking about 2 or 3 years down the line. You're trying to compete right there that year. You don't bet on them motherfuckers like that. They're supposed to come in and be a little bit overwhelmed. It's the fucking NFL. There's nothing but super strong and super fast grown ass men here.
That's why the NFL is the only professional league that requires you to be 3 years removed from high school before you can even enter to even play. Every other league, baseball, you can come straight out of high school. NBA, you got to be 1 year removed. The NFL is the only league that requires you to be 3 years removed from high school. So you got to be at least 19, 20, 21 to be in the NFL. Turn that down. Yeah, because even the NFL even the NFL knows that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm not gonna bet no shit like that, man. Listen, and I'm not even sitting here disrespecting the draft class. I like the draft class, and we'll do a small pivot. We'll do a small pivot and talk about some prospects, because I'll be 1,000% with y'all. We have not, really deep dived, at least publicly. We haven't really deep dived into the draft like that because we've been trying to trade for niggas. We've been trying to get free agency out the way. That we've had a lot going on, so we're gonna start giving the draft more attention. You know what I'm saying? And these are just some prospects. Now, do I agree with Dane Brugler on some of these? Fuck no. I don't even have Kelvin Falk in my top 10 of edge rushers. He got him as number 3. So, I don't fuck with Kelvin Falk. You can't be a pass rusher if you don't get sacks. A motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like a gun that don't shoot, a chef that don't cook, and a maid that don't clean are the same thing as a pass rusher that don't get sacks. Like, how the fuck, you're supposed to be an edge and you don't do your main job qualification at a high clip. You know what I'm saying? So I disqualify him for that. But just speaking on what we were speaking on, when you look at the linebacker class, right? I'm not even going to talk about the edge because I'm not trying to really, I'm not really trying to even bet on no rookie edge either. But if you look at the linebacker class, it's not a bad class. But tell me the last time that these guys stepped foot on the NFL field. Tell me the last time that they went against a Sean McVay offense. Tell me the last time that they, had to meet Bijan Robinson in the A gap or the B gap. Tell me the last time any of this shit happened. Because it's an unknown.
Man.
That's why we always say the draft is a gamble. It's a crapshoot.
Damn, he got Jacob Rodriguez as the 6th best linebacker on his list. And it's crazy because a lot of I was about to say, I'm pretty sure a lot of Cowboy fans disagree because a lot of people have him as like a top. They have him like at least top 3 behind Styles and Arvell Reese.
I think if you're just talking about middle linebacker, because this is the thing, and this is Arvell Reese is probably going to be more like Michael Parsons at the NFL level. He'll probably be more of a pass rusher at the NFL level. Because he made sure to do both drills. He did the linebacker drills and he did the pass rusher drills. He's gonna want to be a pass rusher because they get the guts, they get the glory, and they get the cash. Yeah, they get the big money. Sonny Styles.
And that's how you win. That's how you win Defensive Player of the Year too. You ain't gonna win Defensive Player of the Year playing middle linebacker.
Most times,
it's not enough. It's not enough splash plays.
Yeah, most times you ain't. Then Sonny Styles, he's a guy that. He's a great player, but I don't think he's a true like interior middle linebacker. Like I think he should do. You remember last time we talked? I think he should do all the Michael Parsons shit that we were promised. Have his ass everywhere on the field making plays. I don't think you should just leave him at middle linebacker. When you talk about C.J. Allen, I think he's a very fundamentally sound linebacker. I think he is very cerebral. I have some questions about his athleticism. Not even based on his workout, but just if you watch his film, it's not like his film said he's a fluid athlete. Like he reacts well, he hits hard, he takes on contact. He's great in run support, but he's not like this. I'm gonna leave him out there on third down. Like you probably want to take C.J. Allen ass out on third down. Right, I can go through and talk about things that disqualify some of these guys. I think Jacob Rodriguez is the most complete linebacker. I think he sees it well. He has enough athleticism, to read and react and make the play. I don't think you got to take him out off the field in coverage situations. I like Jacob Rodriguez. I don't know what people are talking about him in run support. I don't see it personally. Maybe they watch a different film than me. I think Jacob Rodriguez is a complete linebacker. Now, I also think you're in great luck because they don't have a first round grade on him. Like I know a lot of people are mocking him to Dallas at 20. This nigga got a 3rd round grade.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to get that 3rd round pick to Miami Dolphins to go get that boy Jordan Brooks, because I think a 3rd round pick, and a 3rd round pick, and to get Jordan Brooks, you probably gonna have to give him 2 picks. So I give him that 3rd round pick from the San Francisco 49ers that we just got. I give him that and something for next year.
We got 3 fields. Just give him 1 of the fields.
Okay. So I'll give him I'll give him a 3rd and a 5th from this year. That's 2 players that they can go get. The 3rd round pick is in the top 100, so they're gonna get a top 100. In Miami, they're trying to blow it up anyway. So this is a they should be stacking up on picks these next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think a 3rd round pick, because and I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you telling me I can get a 3rd round pick and then I can get Jordan Brooks with that 3rd round pick, then guess what? My pick 12, you can theoretically get whatever you want. And pick 20, you can get whatever you want. Why? Because as long as they're on defense, having a good middle linebacker, they're all going to play a little bit better. Like everybody's going to play better. Everybody's going to play. And I'm going to tell you, Jordan Brooks wouldn't have 180 tackles in Dallas because he has Quentin Williams and he has Kenny Clark in front of him. So, so you don't even need that from him. You know what I'm saying? He needed that in Miami because them dudes was not doing their damn job. You know what I'm saying? But you won't need that from him. So it's like, if you go get Jordan Brooks, then guess what? I'm taking a corner. I'm probably going to take a corner and pick 12 or an edge rusher or whoever had but I'm probably going to take a corner and an edge rusher at pick 12 and 20. And then you telling me you got an all pro middle linebacker. You got an all-pro middle linebacker, as well as having a first-round pick corner and a first-round pick edge rusher. I don't see why your defense ain't better. Theoretically, your defense should be better. Now, if these dudes just all underperform, hey man, it happens in life. But on paper, you should look like a very improved defense. Just off those 3 picks alone. That's not even counting what you did in with the other dudes in free agency. Because I think Rashawn Gray gonna play back. I think a guy like Jordan Brooks will help him out too. I mean, Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams gonna help him out too. So it's a good match made because you got 3. You're gonna have 2 solid guys in the front that know what they're doing. Then right behind that guy, you're gonna have another dude that's solid and knows what he's doing. Then you surround those guys with playmakers. And when you get a rookie coming in on defense, part of the game is you want them to be playmakers. Why? Because their biggest attribute that they have right now is speed, man. It's speed and the unknown. So it's like I want to give me, go get a Brooks, so you can for sure solidify what you're gonna do right there, and then you can do whatever you could theoretically do what you want to do. You can take somewhat of a gamble because then you're surrounding these guys with guys who know what they're doing. But that front 4 and that middle linebacker has to be legit. That has to be legit.
So let me ask you then, Wes. If we can do whatever we want to do, what if a motherfucker like Jeremiah Love is there at 12? He done failed. Would you gamble on? And listen, I understand that you need defense, but we got an all-pro linebacker, an all-pro defensive tackle. I'm not saying that you can't spend the 20th pick on a defensive player, but what if Jeremiah Love is there at 12? Would you make that move? Because would be the best player on the board at that point. If he fell to 12, there's very few scenarios where he wouldn't be the best guy.
I'm gonna actually throw a caveat out there. Before I would take Jordan Love, I would look at what's the best available receiver. And the reason being is because, man, they just gave Williams a 3-year deal worth $24 million. If you go look at the carry splits, the Dallas Cowboys, as much as they want to run 2 backs, we're still very much old school. That means one guy is still going to get the bulk of it. And I would hate. I go get Jeremiah Love, bro. I'm gonna split carries. Like, I don't want to split carries for him. If I'm taking a running back at 12, Williams, your numbers is about to go down, bro. Because I now have more invested in him with 5-year contract versus a 3-year deal. You know what I'm saying? And his rookie deal, I ain't gonna lie, Jeremiah Love at 12, his rookie deal would damn near pay him probably more than because I would think at 12 his deal is gonna be at least 35 million. So I would think you would have more invested in Jeremiah Love. So there's no way that I'm gonna be splitting carries with him, especially his rookie year. His rookie year, I'm trying to get him the offensive rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I believe that. That's the only reason why I say I'd be out. I wouldn't do it, just simply because you signed Williams, and if you gave him that money, the Cowboys they're gonna play the kid. And to a degree, Williams earned it, man. Like, the way Williams ran last year, he earned the right for us not to be talking about a running back this year.
25 million.
Yeah, he you know what I mean? 25 million.
That'd be the rookie contract, 25 million.
And
12th overall pick. Because remember, it's not by position.
It's not by position. It's by where you got drafted at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, that's 25 million over 4 years with a 5th-year option. And the other boy, his contract is 3 years at 24 million.
8 million a year. Yeah.
8 million a year. And then the rookie would be making about 4.5, 5.
Hold on, let me see the actual money for Javonte, because you know how it's broken up and shit. You have like a certain amount of year that they actually keep you, and then the other shit we can get out your contract at any given time.
I mean, on a 3-year deal, you ain't got too much wiggle room on a 3-year deal.
Shit, they probably gave a nigga most of his money up front. Let's see.
Cowboys ain't gonna do nothing like that. They too scared of a kid getting injured, and they already got that money.
They already did it. That's why you can get out Jake Ferguson a contract next year. You can get that's why.
No, but I'm saying with the running back though.
Oh, you talking about with a backer in general?
Yeah.
All right, let me see what his guaranteed money and shit looks like. So this year, you know, you can't do shit with it. But let's see about next year. Okay.
Like if you get Jeremiah Love, bro, I'm trying to give him most of every carry. Like the only thing I'm trying to find out from Jeremiah Williams is can you catch the ball out the backfield?
Yeah, I would trade this nigga for a 7th-round pick at that point. Because even right now, if I traded him, it will only be one. Let me see. It'd be like $7 million in dead money, and then we'd be saving almost $20 million against the cap. So they can get out that nigga contract expeditiously.
I wouldn't want to though, man. The dude averaged 4.8 yards per carry last year, man. Like that.
Man, Jeremiah Love, one of the best running back prospects ever.
I don't know about ever, but come on, man. Running back is come on now. He went to Notre Dame, man.
I know, and he ran their ass to a national championship game. Notre Dame don't go to no national championship games, nigga.
Yeah, but look what Austin Gentry. Look at Austin Gentry did. Look what Austin Gentry did. Austin Gentry ran Boise right into it too. And look how his first year
he ran into the playoffs. They got smacked.
I know, still, but that was the playoff when they was still 14 playoff though. So that was still one of the top 4 teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? Man, I just feel like they were
a small school bid, man. That's the same reason whatchamacallit made it in. They had to put somebody in. It wasn't like they earned the shit. They wasn't no juggernaut, no shit like that. They got in because they were in the Mountain West, and one of the small ass schools got a bid because of the contracts.
Well,
what this man did at a storied program, putting them niggas on their back and running their ass to the national championship game, and then doubling back, you know, have another productive season, you know, like that speaks volumes, man. And I'm not even the biggest proponent of Jeremiah Love, because if somebody fail, I would rather like David Bailey fell to us or Ruben Bain fell to us. But like if he is there, I love Javonte, but he is bigger and faster.
But listen to me. I believe it too, but I'm just saying I would not draft Love for him to split carries with Williams. So one of them has to go.
It's not even a hard decision. That's like saying like, hey, we just had Derek McFadden run for over 1,000 yards, but we finna draft this nigga named Zeke. That's the way I look at it. Like you get a fire-ass running back like that, explosive, don't give up shit in pass pro, can catch out the backfield. Because there's not too many of those complete backs when you really just sit here and think about it. Like sometimes they fast, but they ain't got the size and can't run between the tackles. Sometimes they big and can run through the tackles. The motherfucker slow, you know, as molasses. You know, they might be able to do two or three things good, and they can't pass pro. Like when you get guys like Zeke and Bijan Robinson and shit like that, you gotta take it. And I don't even think
I believe it. I believe it, but I'm just saying, man, I don't want a Tony Pollard and Zeke situation. I don't want that. I don't want us. Like, I don't want that. Like, I want, if you're gonna invest that type of money and go get him at 12, then we need to be figuring out immediately a way to get Javonte Williams off the team. Period. Because if we draft an offensive player at 12 that high, as soon as he's drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, he's gonna have odds of being the offensive rookie of the year, and that needs to be your freaking goal. Because the last time you gave Zeke gave Dak a guy that looked like that, what did he do in 2016? They rolled 11-game win streak. So yeah, I'm all for it. I just don't want the organization thinking we're gonna draft a kid at 12 and then he gonna share carries with Javonte Williams. That's what I don't want. So if we do it, I would be down to do it, but I would be hoping that the Cowboys find some way to get Javonte Williams off this team so that Love can have the bulk of them carries.
I don't blame you, because I don't want Javonte to be the reason why you don't get Love. If you handle your business,
and I'm gonna tell you that too, and I wouldn't want him to be the reason either.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But I don't want half of Love. I don't want to draft and get only half of him either, though. You know what I mean? Because 12 is a Micah Parsons type talent, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I want the league to feel Love. You know what I mean? I want them to feel it.
That sounds crazy. That's dope though.
They're not gonna feel it. They're not gonna feel him getting no 10 carries a game. No. He needs 20 carries, 24 carries. I want them to feel him.
Feel the love. We finna go. Hey, listen, if we get this nigga, we gonna go ahead and trademark that. Feel the love, man. We gonna have feel the love with his number on there. It ain't gonna be 4 in Dallas, but you know. But yeah, feel the love. That's gonna be the new wave, man.
Someone said, why though? Didn't the Lions have Gibbs and Montgomery? They look pretty damn good together. Yeah, and guess what they just did? Didn't one of them just leave?
Yeah, Montgomery dipped, and then they picked up Isaiah Pacheco.
Here you go.
Say Henny, they.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some of y'all gotta understand, and Big Mom used to always tell us, just because it work across, it's gonna work in this house. That's not how we build. Like, we do better when we have a one-horse back. Lastly, I mean, that's just be what we do. We do better when we have a one-horse dominant back and a good backup. This switching back and forth, no, I don't want to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I won't catch out the backfield and do all those things they're supposed to do anyway as a 3-down back. So just because it works in Detroit, don't mean it's going to work in Dallas. That's not how we build.
I'm curious.
Hello? Oh, I thought you.
Yeah,
I thought you just.
Nah, hell no. We cooking nigga. I'm curious though, because I understand where they coming from, because I'm not personally opposed to having 2 backs here. Because when you think about it, I understand what you're saying, but Zeke and Tony was dope together. Them niggas ran for over 2,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was and listen, the year that they ran for over 2,000 yards, Dak still threw 37 touchdowns. So I'm not sitting here thinking that the offense would be bad with them, but you know, the only thing I don't trust is the politics. Like the politics.
That's what I'm saying. And listen to me, and that's what I'm saying. Organization. I didn't say the actual players. I said the organization.
Are you still there? Cause you might cut out. I think you might have cut out.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, now they get to playing politics, and you know, like, well, we spent the 12th overall pick on Love, so we gonna fade Javonte out. Like, Javonte might get in this bitch and cook, you know, alongside Jeremiah Love. You know what I'm saying? And that might be the issue. Like, and that's really gonna come with down to Shotty. If Shotty can manage it, then fuck it. If Shotty can maneuver that political background with the front office, and he can just stand on his principles and run the plays the way he wants to run them, feature the backs, still get the ball to the wide receivers, then cool. But I would be remiss to act like there's not, you know, politics and jersey sales and contracts and shit that play a part of some of these decisions. You know what I'm saying? I'd be crazy.
At least in Dallas it does.
Mm-hmm.
At least in Dallas it does.
So you don't draft the running back at 12 to split carries. I mean, listen, Gibbs split carries it's a entire time here at this point, though. He's been splitting carries his whole career. This is going to be the first time that he's not going to split carries. And I think they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs high as a whole. Remember, matter of fact, Wes, me and you went to that draft. And we're never going back because of this shit. But John Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs were off the board way before we even thought about drafting.
Yeah,
we didn't even get a chance. You remember when they was like, man, Dallas might try and get one of these running backs at what we picking, like 22, some shit like that. We were picking late as hell because that's when we got Myles Smith that year. Yeah, so like
we got a whole trash bag of that year. We bought the whole trash bag.
Yeah, that shit was god awful. That shit traumatized me from even going back. Like, damn, was it
for
us?
Real? For real. Make you doubt yourself. Was it me, Jesus? Damn. Maybe it wasn't the devil this time.
Like, man, like the Lord is gonna talk to you in your dreams. I told you stay your ass at home. This was punishment. Oh, Jesus Christ, give me strength. But nah,
But I will say, but think about this. Everything that we're talking about is based on the Dallas Cowboys taking care of their initial needs. And what are their initial needs? Middle linebacker.
and yeah, middle linebacker and edge, because I would prefer both of them to be veteran players at this point.
But I mean,
Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't mind the Cowboys drafting an offensive player and a defensive player with the first two picks, or with at least one of those picks. Because man, if the Dallas Cowboys draft two defensive players, and the 12th overall pick becomes Micah Parsons, and the 20th overall pick becomes this other player that's really good, do you think your team, the Dallas Cowboys, is going to be able to sign both those dudes in the same year? Because those contracts are going to come up at the exact same time. And guess what? You only got one franchise tag.
you're gonna have to stagger them. You can't let it get down to the fifth year option years.
Man, that's the thing though. That goes against what the Cowboys do though. That goes against common sense. If that was the case, Micah Parsons would still be on this team because they wouldn't let him get to where he got. So that's what scares me about the Dallas Cowboys drafting two defensive players in the first round, because I know they don't, at the end of the day, they don't really give a damn about defense. They'll let defense walk. Like, they will literally let them walk.
Well, you better hope that we win some shit while we got them. And listen, we already talk as if we don't got that big of a window with Dak Prescott anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like shit, at that point we gonna just have to hope we win some while we got them here. And then if they don't want to keep them after we get this Super Bowl or two, then fuck it. You know, we're just gonna pray about it.
Facts. And that's a true statement, because man, both those contracts are gonna come up at the same time. Because think about this. You know, we haven't really had two big players that came up at the exact same time, and we still be having other reasons on why we don't sign players.
Yeah, but I say this, it actually did just happen. And it was actually more than two, it was three. Dak was up, CeeDee Lamb was up, and Micah was up. Dak got paid, CeeDee Lamb got paid, Micah Parsons got traded.
Yeah, and then think about this, Dak got franchised twice.
Yeah, I'm talking about this last time. I'm talking about going into the whatchamacallit season, because Michael could have he was eligible for extension. And that go back to your point of saying that they don't ever do the smart thing and pay people early, like our superstars. The only people that get paid early is niggas like Osa. Niggas like Osa get paid early. Niggas like Jake Ferguson get paid early because they ain't gonna break.
Third round pick. Yeah.
They don't.
Osa.
Exactly.
Hello?
They don't. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they get paid because they don't reset the market, because they get whatever changed in Jerry Jones' pocket at the time. They got a little bit of lint in that motherfucker. They just drop it in their hand. That them contracts don't take all that. That's why they love to do them, rush to do them quick. But a contract like Dax and Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb's, like shit, they breaking the bank, and they know that they dope, and they know what they worth. So like hell, it's always a fight with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, and then like with like Dak is going to end up making more money the way that they did it wrong anyway. Because if you would have just put him on a big contract for 5-6 years a long time ago, you would have only did one deal with Dak. Now Dak then got 3 different contracts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he had a rookie deal and 2 extensions. Like the dude's only been in the league 10 years. How is that possible? Because the Cowboys keep doing these weird deals. You know what I'm saying? So the Cowboys are actually doing it to themselves. Like they're actually doing it to themselves. You know, so I mean, that's what you always, with the Cowboys, unfortunately, you got to always think like that, because that's how they think. You know what I'm saying? They think they're going to ask themselves, okay, if we draft a guy at 12 and he actually bees who we think he's going to be, then, are we going to want to re-sign that position? Because I'm going to tell you this right now, like, Micah Parsons, I want to bring him up, but Micah Parsons is definitely a good example of that, because Micah Parsons you got exactly what you thought you were getting. Like, he gave you exactly what you thought you were going to be getting. And the Dallas Cowboys weren't able to get a contract done with him. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Cowboys that's why I think the Jordan Brooks deal makes so much sense for the Cowboys, because like, bro, for a 3rd round pick, and possibly a fifth. You get an All-Pro. You re-sign him halfway through the season. That sounds like a deal. That sounds like something the Cowboys would do. Like when you start telling me the Cowboys are going to do something that they always do, I feel comfortable. It's when you start telling me the Cowboys are going to try something new is when I start being like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? That's when I start getting nervous and start wondering because that's not how they really roll. You know what I'm saying? So. But if I would, like I said, my first on the trade talks would be Brooks for sure. And then if I can't get Brooks, then I go get the kid from Houston. I don't know how they feel about the kid, trading him to a Cowboys, considering we got to play them this year though.
Exactly. That might be one hold up, but money talks, and unlike the Dallas Cowboys, people around the league when they know they aren't going to pay somebody. They usually move them and get something back in return because it's better to trade them and get an asset now than to try and get a comp pick 2 years down the road. You know what I'm saying? Because Houston is not going to is just not going to re-sign Shazier when his contract is up because they got to work out a deal with a quarterback and they got to figure out a way to pay Will Anderson max pass rusher money. They got two huge contracts coming up. Right, they're not going to re-sign Alshire. He's on the other. He's going to be past his prime pretty soon. Same thing goes with the Miami Dolphins. You just blew it up. You done blew everything up. You got rid of Tyreek Hill. You got rid of Jalen Waddle. You got rid of Tua. You got rid of Bradley Chubb. Like you got rid of all your other big money contracts. It do not make sense to keep Jordan Brooks there if you're trying to get people off your books and be bad because you want your picks to be super high so you can get a replacement. You're in the running to get Arch Manning right the fuck now. All you got to do is be sorry this year, and then you could probably draft Archie next year, and you can have a whole rebuild at that point. But you don't want good players on your football team. You're going that approach. So ship them off. So I think that's the one thing that plays in our favor. Houston financially are incentivized to move Shahir, and then Miami, tank wise, are incentivized to move Jordan Brooks. So that's why. And
think about this: Shazier is cheaper than Shazier. I mean, Brooks is cheaper than Shazier because Shazier going to be on the books for $11 million this year. He's actually costing Houston 3 years, 36, where Miami's only paying 3 years, 28. And then they restructured Brooks, so his money is only $7 million. He only gonna cost you $7 million this year. That's the price of an NFL kicker.
Yeah, man. Exactly, because they need him and they waste money on injured players. Oh yeah. So yeah, man, I definitely I do it in a heartbeat because the man only gonna be 29 years old in October. Like, not only would I matter of fact, I might even give this man a 1-year extension when I bring him in here. I think he might be in the last year of his contract.
They both are.
Yeah. So yeah, like Brooks, you're gonna play for me at 29 and 30. You know what I'm saying? And if shit goes well, I might give you a little money to stay around at 31. No, we're gonna go with a pay as we go basis. I know for a fact I need you this year and next year, so I'm gonna trade for you. I'm gonna give you a little bit of money. And that's extra money up front too when you sign a new deal. Make you a little happy, and then we'll review how you play after these 2 years or so. But I think it's a win-win for both people.
That 1 year deal is called the franchise tag. I was saying that on my show today. I said, man, I bring Brooks in, and this would literally be one of those situations where I would literally bring him in this year, let him play on that 7-year deal that he got in this year, and then I would franchise tag his ass next year. And guess what? When you look at, I think the franchise tag for a middle linebacker probably be like a dub, 20 million. So then you take 20 plus 7. What's that? $14 million, $13 million for 2 years worth of service, bro. That's a good because that's how the Cowboys gonna look at it. They're not gonna look at it. Oh, we paid you 7 this year, and we're gonna franchise tag you and pay you 20 next year. 7 and 20, that's too much. No, they're gonna take $27 million divided by 2 and be like, dang. So theoretically, we only paid you $13 million for 2 years per year. That's winning. That's winning. And then guess what? The dude's 29. You know what I'm saying? To me, he'll be turning 30. So it's like if you want out the contract, you can get out the contract then. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. the year that Archie Manning comes in, there's going to be a bunch of other quarterbacks. So guess what? There's a bunch of teams that are going to be tanking for quarterbacks that year, but there's only one Archie Manning. So guess what? One of them teams is going to get him, and the other two teams are going to get the dude that they think could be Archie Manning. So that year, you have to expect that there's going to be a run on quarterbacks that year. Right? There's going to be a run because there are going to be multiple teams that are going to be tanking for Archie. But there's only one Archie. Only one team can get him. So What are those other teams going to do? They're going to reach on quarterbacks. So in that draft, you're going to want – in that draft, whenever that draft for Archie Manning comes, you're going to want to be in that draft. Why? Because there are going to be other players that you would normally not get. Why? Because of quarterbacks. 3 quarterbacks are going to probably get drafted in the first 10 picks.
It's supposed to be a deep quarterback class too. Hey, real quick, salute to Alpo Dog with the 10-piece though. My boy said, much love, doggies. Great hearing from West Coast, giving things to Way. Love. He is transformative pick. The NFL requires 2 backs, if not 3. Well, I say
That's
this
the NFL,
much.
but that ain't the Dallas Cowboys.
So let's ask the question. I know what the Dallas Cowboys do. I get it. I understand. I understand what they do. But don't they say, trying the same thing over and over and expecting different results? Don't they say that's insanity?
Yeah, that's what they say. But insane people don't say. They just say that it was a coincidence. Same person says it, but a crazy person go say, "Nah, that was just a coincidence." Hey, you know what I mean? They just say, "Nah, that was just a coincidence. That's all that was."
That is fair. They do say that shit. They're like,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like a sane person would say that for sure.
It'll be different tomorrow.
But a crazy person gonna wake up and say, "Nah, that was just a coincidence." It's gonna be better. It's gonna be different tomorrow for sure.
So the Dallas Cowboys is crazy as a Beelzebub. What you trying to tell me?
For sure. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, like, everybody wants to tell me what the NFL. It's like you arguing with your parents and being like, "But all the other parents do." What's your parents gonna say? Man, I ain't the other parents. That's not working in my house. And that's how the Cowboys do business. Like, no, listen to me. 31 other teams in the NFL. Micah Parsons is on their team. He gets paid, right? He gets paid. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys were the only one that are like, we're not doing. Anybody else, any other team, bro, he gets paid. He gets paid. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't do it. Why? Because that's not how they want to do business. You know what I mean? So that's why I said you can't continue to use the NFL as your guide. You know what I'm saying? And we also got to remember, if we're going to compare to NFL, we need to compare it to teams that are winning the Super Bowl. Because I don't give a damn if the rest of the NFL is doing something if it ain't working for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, salute to Detroit, but Detroit got a way better defense than us too. So when you got a defense like Detroit, that's a whole lot of stuff. Listen to me. When you got a defense like Detroit, you can have Jared Goff as your quarterback. Hell, you mean?
Jared Goff stayed on a Friday night. I love it.
But you get what I'm saying though? Like, bro, that's how good their defense is. Their defense is so good, bro. They have Jared Goff as their quarterback. And he's not a good quarterback, bro. But guess what? With a good ass defense, he looked like Sam Darnold.
That's funny as hell. They look like Sam Darnold.
Y'all know. Listen to me, because y'all know Sam Darnold ain't no damn good quarterback, man. Come on now, knock it off, bro. You smoking? Come on, bro.
But West Coast, he's won 20-something games in the last 2 years. He's won 28 games as a starter in the last 2 years.
Listen to me. He went from a top 10 defense to a top 5 defense. That's what happened with Sam Darnold. That was the difference. And I'm gonna tell you why I know, because guess what? Minnesota didn't damn near had a new quarterback every year since freaking Kirk Cousins, and they're still pretty relevant. You want to know why? Because their defense, bruh. Look at Houston, bruh.
They just won 9 games last year with the worst starting quarterback in the league.
And he was a top 10, 12 pick or 11 pick or something. They defense so good. And then we got Kyler Murray, and they upgraded their quarterback just by Kyler Murray, and people are already saying that Minnesota is going to be the team to beat. Want to know why? Because they're thinking about that defense, what you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You put
And
Dak
listen,
Prescott on the Detroit Lions. You put Dak Prescott on the Detroit Lions. They win a Super Bowl 2 years ago, or last year, whenever that year they was rolling, for sure.
They're gonna make a couple more plays than Goff did, and that's why.
For sure,
and that's
bro.
why Goff ended up out of L.A. It wasn't that he was a god awful quarterback. It's just Matthew Stafford, even on the Lions, people could see he was going to make plays. He's gonna make more plays than him. You know what I'm saying? That just what it came down to.
Somebody said Goff better than Darnold. Bro, they the same quarterback. It's just a different defense. They're the same defense. They're the same quarterback. It's just a different defense. They're the same quarterback. Sam Darnold. That's why Sam Darnold didn't get the love. And listen, the NFL knew that too. That's why Sam Darnold didn't get the praise that most quarterbacks get for winning a Super Bowl. He didn't get that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get that. They was trying to give it to the running back. They was trying to give it to the kicker. Then they was talking about just give it to the whole defense. Then we'll give it to Sam Darnold. The best thing Sam Darnold did for the Seahawks is he wasn't the running back. Yeah, the best thing Sam Darnold did for Seahawks is he didn't lose them the Super Bowl. He wasn't the reason they lost the Super Bowl. And guess what? When you have a good defense, that's all you have to do as a quarterback. Like when you have a good defense, you can literally be what do they call a manager, or what do they call it?
Game manager.
A game manager. Like they literally turn, when you have a good defense, you can literally be a game manager. That's all you got. That's all we need you to do is manage the game and don't lose it. Bro, when you put Dak on a team like the Cowboys, who had the offense is trash, bro, you got to be a playmaker. Bro, you got to make plays. If you don't make plays, we're not winning. Like Jared Goff doesn't have, like one of the reasons why Jared Goff doesn't need the top 5 scoring offense is because he doesn't need it. They don't got to score 30 points. Dak can score 30 points at home and still lose.
Shit, it scored 40 and not win.
You know
we had a tie with 40. We had a 40 piece, had to settle for a tie.
And settle for a tie, man. Listen, I was on the internet and I was looking, and they were talking about like some of the greatest like debacles, like some of the greatest fall aparts in NFL history, and they had Matt Stafford in the Atlanta Falcons when they lost to the damn New England Patriots. And I posted on there, they're like Matt Ryan had one of the greatest, debacles in the Super Bowl. I'm like, bro, how is it Matt Ryan's fault that the defense gave up 28 points in the fourth quarter? Well, he could have kept scoring. What? Bro, he was up 3-24. He did his job.
It was a meme at that point, 28-3. Like, you up 25 fucking points.
Yeah, like, bro, how does your if your offense scores 28 points anywhere outside of your house at someone else's crib, a non-place where you live, you should win that game, bro. If Dak go to San Francisco and score 28 points, you should win that game. If Dak is in New Orleans and he scored 28 points in another man's stadium, you should win that game.
I'll also go say this.
You should win that game, bro.
That's really on Kyle Shanahan, because remember, he was the offensive coordinator. He was the play caller. When you have a lead that big, why did you lean on your offensive line in the run game? Exactly. Like why were they in position to even get the ball back? There shouldn't have been no goddamn time on the clock.
Yeah, run the ball. Somebody said, Vaughn said Trent Difford managed the Ravens.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what's crazy? If you go look at the top 10 defenses of all time, like that, there's these memes that people are putting out. It's like the top 10 defense of all times. There's only like 4 quarterbacks on those teams you can even name off the top of your head. Like, because you don't need them. Like, you don't need it. Like, your defense is only doing 15 points a game, bro. Anybody can win. Anybody can be your quarterback. Literally, anybody can be your quarterback. That's why, that's why I'm hoping that, and I'm gonna tell you, man, the Cowboys go get Brooks, man. That's an all-in move. That's an all-in. That's what we trying to win right now, and we need more moves like that. Like, I'm gonna tell you, you go get a guy like Brooks on your defense. That'll make a guy like George Pickens come to training camp. Wanna know why? Because he know this team's gonna be better, and he don't even play on the defense. but he knows this team's gonna be better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
But yeah, man, that's I heard, and just to speak on George Pickens, I heard Michael Irvin and Le'Veon Bell was talking yesterday, talking about, George Pickens should just come and play on it. And man, it's crazy, bruh. It's crazy, man. But the Cowboys at the same time, man, what's your thoughts on Pickens?
Talk about if he should play on the franchise tag.
Well, should he play, and do you think he plays?
Well, he probably nobody trying to miss out on money, because if he don't play on the franchise tag and they're not offering him a contract, then like the same thing that happened to Le'Veon Bell will happen to him. He will get fined. He won't get paid. He'll the reason why Le'Veon Bell said he should play on it is because when Le'Veon Bell didn't play on it, it ruined his career. Like Le'Veon Bell's career was,
and he was at the end of his career too. And he was technically almost at the end of it, because he was already he was already like, he was a top back, but he wasn't really Le'Veon at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it fucked Le'Veon life up. You know what I'm saying? It fucked everything up for Le'Veon Bell. Because think about it. That happened 1,000 years ago, and Le'Veon Bell is only 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? That happened years ago. And after that shit happened, Le'Veon Bell, he played another 4 seasons, but he was never the same. He went to the Jets. He went to the Jets, and that shit was awful.
And he never got that type of money again, ever. And he never got that type of money again, ever.
No,
never.
He missed out on it. That's why he out here boxing.
$14.5 million.
That's why he out here boxing fucking celebrities and shit. Like,
and think about this: he lost $14 million to sit at home, though. That was the cold thing about it. Is like, he didn't use $50 million and go, become this NBA star and made the money back. Like, he was just sitting there and watching TV for nothing.
Bro, Le'Veon Bell was fresh off of 1,291, 144. Bell was fresh off of a 1,291 rushing yard season, had 9 rushing touchdowns, and had another 655 receiving, nigga.
And they was trying to give him $14 million. And they was trying to give him $14 million.
So, and listen, I understand the sentiment, because I want players to get paid what they're worth and all that other stuff. But man, Pickens, that's $27 million. Nobody, and listen, league-wide, when you think about the executives and the people that make these decisions and shit, they don't make $27 million. Like, they don't make that kind of money. Like folks around the league will look at that as a slap in the face. You are like for real. So I want people to get their money. I want us to keep them long term. But like shit, I don't like, man, like it might fuck his career up if he try to sit out. Cause Jared the type of motherfucker that play chicken with you. Jared will play chicken with you.
The reason, I'm gonna tell you this, the reason why I believe that he should play on it is because the Dallas Cowboys have such a good replacement if you don't, and that's CeeDee Lamb. You know what I mean? Like, because you got to think like this: if you don't play on it, CeeDee Lamb goes out there and he has the season which he normally has, 1,500 yards. Finally he gets, a couple more touchdowns than what he normally did. Then the Cowboys will have no value in you. They will feel like they have no value in you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like George right now, he needs to kind of, for George Pickens, what I would be looking at it as, I'm playing for another team next year. So I need to get this $27 million in these stats and ball out. Because I don't think the Cowboys are going to give him I don't believe the Cowboys are going to give him a deal next year, but I think he will get the deal he wants somewhere else. And I'm just being honest with you. And that's because, like, if CeeDee Lamb would have had his normal season of what he missed, because CeeDee Lamb had 1,000 yards, but he also missed 4 games. You know what I'm saying? So if he would have had it, he averaged like 63 yards a game. So that's an extra 250, 300 yards. If he's at 1,300 yards with 8-9 touchdowns, George Pickens probably at like 1,000 yards, and he's less. You know what I'm saying? And I know the Cowboys are taking that consideration. And I'm not trying to diminish George Pickens. I'm just being a man who's been a Cowboy fan longer than he's been a Cowboy player. So, like, I think I'm more of an expert on Cowboy history than George Pickens is. And for the most part, we don't rewrite history. We're not we don't reinvent history. That's not what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see nobody in our lineage that invented the light bulb. No, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much just keep on doing the same thing over. So that's why it's really easy to predict what the Cowboys are gonna do, because they tend to do the same thing over and over. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Cowboys would have, even with Micah Parsons, like, I think the Cowboys should have did it the way they always did. They should have made Micah play on that deal and see if he didn't come to training camp and then franchise tag it. Now that you think about it, that's what they should have did. They should have played him the same way they play everybody else. But they tried to do something different with Micah and try to say, oh, we're going to try to pay you a little bit, pay you, do da-da-da-da. And guess what? It backfired and they ended up trading him. But it worked out good for him because he's making $46 million this year. I don't see how that worked out bad for Micah at all.
Nah, I think Michael would have preferred to be in Dallas, but shit, $47 million spent anywhere.
Man, Micah Parsons said out of his mouth, he preferred to be in Philadelphia. So I'm just being real with you. You can go look at that video right there. But he said as soon as Nakobe Dean left that he was out. He said that he literally said that out of his mouth. Micah Parsons, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Micah Parsons, I love his talent, but he was not a good fit in Dallas. And I told everybody that when we drafted him. Like, I literally told everybody that. I said, bro, Micah is not going to get re-signed because of his talent. He's going to get not re-signed because of his personality. Bro, he was not a Dallas Cowboy type of guy, bro. Like, he was not. First off, Micah Parsons grew up with a daddy, so he was not about to let y'all bend him over and treat him like a female. The exact same thing the Dallas Cowboys tried to do to Zeke. And Zeke's daddy used to always tell me the Dallas Cowboys treat them other players who ain't got daddies different than the ones that do. And I really saw it. Because listen, when you grow up with a daddy in your life, you kind of know your worth, man. Because you got a man in your life that wants you to do better than him and wants you to get the best. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to be like, hell no, I ain't doing that. Why? Because my daddy ain't gonna, man, I'm saying I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that's why they got to fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's why he had that personality that he had. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I told everybody, bro, like, what's going to happen with Micah? He going to blow up, that podcast, all that other stuff. That's not Cowboy, bro. Like, that's not Cowboy. And you remember Will McClay had the infamous statement when they were asking him about what he's looking for when he's looking for drafted kids. And what did he talk about? He talked about, before he even talked about skill set, this motherfucker talk about personality and making sure they're a good fit here in Dallas. He didn't say nothing about, oh, he a dog. He moves laterally. He can play this position. No, the first thing he said is, man, when we go kick it, is this motherfucker trying to kick it or is he trying to go be something else? That's basically what he told me. Man. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, and that plays a big factor. I'm gonna be honest. That's why Amari Cooper's not here. Like, that's why Amari Cooper's not here. Like, that does play effect in Dallas. That plays a huge effect in Dallas.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
They do look at that. But shit, it's been almost an hour and a half at this point. I do got some family shit.
Yeah, I got to play basketball with my boy.
Oh shit, don't hey man. You finna go hoop with the young ones. We've already had lower body injuries. So light shoot around, Wes. Don't try to dunk.
Oh yeah, I know. I ain't even, I might just be shooting the ball. That's about it.
We get up out the bed too quick. And then we
never look down till the stars up.
Yeah, peace, y'all. Holla at us.